What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Second Passport. Today I want to admit that I screwed up last video about the 20 most common ways that Ecuadorian builders can mess up your building project in Ecuador. And I missed the three most obvious ones. And sometimes, like you can be oblivious to the obvious sometimes. I guess that's kind of what happened to me, kind of looking for details or whatever. But today I'm going to cover those three, right? That are super obvious and super unfixable if it happens to you. Like it's really hard to, would be really hard to fix. So you better catch it at the beginning and insist from the get-go. Number one, right, is for instance when my brother came to visit a couple years back. It was a complete deal killer for him to live in Ecuador for the simple fact of not being able to flush toilet paper. Now, there's a lot of theories as to why you can't, and a lot of people do anyway here in Ecuador, but I can tell you constant daily flushing of toilet paper in most Ecuadorian toilets will cause an atomic bomb to happen sooner or later in your toilet, and it'll just come up and get you one of these days, and it'll be bad, really bad. So what's the theory behind this? Like, why does this happen? Well, give us here in Ecuador, give us Ecuadorians. I'm an Ecuadorian too, became one a couple years back. Give us another 10, 20 years, and I promise we will figure this one out. But for the meantime, my theory is, right, like, the toilet paper's pretty much the same. Actually, it's a lot thinner in Ecuador, if you've ever noticed. Like, you have that really thick, almost paper towel, that soft, cushy toilet paper in the US, but down here in Ecuador, it's so thin sometimes, you'll wipe and you'll have three fingers sticking out of the toilet paper. So, I mean, it's not the toilet paper. It's definitely not the shit. I mean, the girth of shit is pretty much the same last time I checked. Any country you go to, I would think. So it's not that. And the piping, I've looked at the sewage piping myself here in Ecuador and in the States. It's about the same size, man. Obviously, the tank, the power of the flush obviously doesn't change either, and the amount of water that you can obviously regulate it, so it's not that. That doesn't change from one country to the next. My theory on this is the toilets, the cheap toilets they use in Ecuador, often Chinese made, have this really upward, like double 90-degree angle thing going on. I don't know. I think don't let Ecuadorians builders choose the toilet for you. Make sure you choose your own toilet. Spend a little bit more. It might not have this on one that maybe doesn't have this nasty upward angle going on. And I think that might be it. I think it might be the toilet. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. And 1A, it kind of goes along with this first one, is a lot of times Ecuadorians won't seal the toilet. It happens so much down here. Well, and you'll get these nasty odors coming out, like from this spot here or from around the edge, and you won't know what it is. And just make sure that they seal it really good with silicone or whatever. And also, you'll get a lot of leaks coming out of the toilets. It happens to me a lot too. So make sure you get a good seal on there. Number two, I don't know how it eluded me as well, but like someone in your house will take a big nasty shat, and then the smell will go away for a while, and then it'll come back, and you won't know. You'll go back in the bathroom there hours later, and it'll have this really nasty smell. And why is that? Well, a lot of Ecuadorians build, interconnecting the same exit, right, sewage drain that links the sink, the toilet, and it usually passes by the shower drain last, so any shit can get stuck in this tube. And if they didn't put they call it in Ecuador siphon, if they didn't put like that cup underneath the the drains here, which often they forget to do or they just don't do, right, that prevents odors from coming up, then you're going to get nasty odors all the time, and this is something super hard to fix. Obviously that you're going to have to rip up tile and try to fix after the fact, and you won't know till it's done. Three, this is huge in Ecuador. Like everyone, I don't know why I do it, but maybe just to save a few bucks, but everyone in Ecuador builds with half inch pipes, water pipes. And it's super annoying. If you're used to a good, as they say in Spanish, caudal, or like girth of flow coming at you in the shower, right? In the, say you're used to that in the States, like my dad's shower in the States is like standing behind a jet rocket engine. And I like that, right? Most of us do. So don't let Ecuadorians tell you it's okay, because they will, to install, half-inch piping in your home, because that's how they build in Ecuador. And they say, no, it's fine. Everyone does it. No problem. Just because it's a little more expensive to put all the piping in with 3/4. Now, if they pipe into your house with just the half-inch piping, and then you try to correct here and there with 3/4, it's too late. You'll lose the advantages of 3/4 inch piping, right? You could also put an inch piping in, but I as well believe that's kind of overkill for just a residence, right? Just a small house or whatever. 3/4 is more than enough. It'll give you that nice water pressure, that nice power that you're looking for throughout the house. Those are my 3 most common errors that are pretty much almost damn near unfixable if you don't catch it or insist on it right at the beginning of your building project in Ecuador. If you like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button below. I'm Mr. Second Passport. Take care.